My name is Florentino. I was calling because I
Florentino.
wanted to piggyback off on a lot of the stuff that's going on right now or what's being said. Um, is well, first of all, my mother is not some woman to be made out as a monster. First and foremost, it's seven of us that grew up in a household. We was all raised under a sound roof, a mother who loves and cares and support each and every last one of us. It's nothing that we could not go to her and talk about. But for them to sit here and to make her out like she condones this, like she accepting somebody to touching or rape her grandchildren. This is some bullshit. I've been sitting here listening to this shit. I'm at work. Been listening to this shit since 9:30. This is some real funky foul ass shit. At this point,
Okay, so let
the
me
day
ask.
that Naziyah came, the day that Naziyah came up missing, my mother went to the school the very same day. She went to the school and she went up there when Naziyah didn't bring her ass home. And went up there to the school and told them she didn't come home. They immediately dispatched the police to the school. They took the police report. Did this shit?
So the day she went missing, they dispatched,
The,
they filed a police report with DPD, not the Detroit Public School Police.
they filed the police report with Detroit Police Department. My mother got up to the school at 7:20 p.m. She got up to the school. They sitting here making her out like she's a fucking monster, like she's sitting back and condoning that Jarvis is touching or raping her grandchildren. I have sat here and listened to Kenya's ass. I have sat here and listened to Rod's motherfucking ass. I have sat here and listened to all this bullshit. Everybody want to point the motherfucking fingers at everybody, but ain't nobody doing a motherfucking thing. Ain't nobody came and did shit. Ain't nobody came and passed out no motherfucking flyers. Ain't nobody did shit. But everybody want to voice their motherfucking opinion about what my mother should or shouldn't be doing. She got on that motherfucking air. She said what the fuck she said to the press, and that's all the fuck it should be. At the end of the motherfucking day, she loved her grandchildren just like she loved us. She raised 7 kids. She will go to the moon and back for each and every last one of us. Ain't no motherfucking molestation going on in that house. I wasn't gonna even say nothing, but this whole thing from the beginning to the end has pissed me off. From even yesterday's live has pissed me the fuck off. Yes, my mother didn't want to speak, and that should be respected. At the end of the day, she don't feel like she should have to speak, then she shouldn't have to speak. She got up, she did the press, and that should be good enough. Let the police do their fucking job. Far as Shannon, my sister, and Jarvis, she a grown ass woman. Let her deal with that and let her handle that. I'm not going to even touch off into the subject about that. That's her baby daddy. I'm sure when she got with him, she didn't know that shit off rip. Anybody that's me, somebody, I don't think a nigga gonna come up to a bitch and say, "Hey,
Well, I mean, she said that
I'm a pedophile." That
she
shit been coming to years down the fucking line.
she said when she was 19, he told her.
Yeah, she met him when she was 19. But I'm sure he didn't introduce
So
himself as a pedophile.
all right.
This shit has pissed me the fuck off. My mother is not a monster. She's ain't never been a monster. She ain't never been a crooked ass woman. None of us ever was in CPS. I listened to the live yesterday. saying that it was 5 of us. No, it's 7 of us. None of us was ever taken out of the fucking home. We was never in CPS. My mother never had a case on any of us. We was all raised under one sound roof. My mother worked 2 jobs. She was a hardworking ass woman. She didn't condone bullshit. And for family to get on the air and say that she condoned this and she condoned that, that's some bullshit.
Well, I mean,
because I'm sure if my mother didn't care about her grandchildren, why did she take the time to get the fuck up and get dressed and go to the school and to check at the school, go to the school and ask the principal? Well, my granddaughter didn't come home. They called the police right then and there. The police was at the school within 10 minutes. She loved her grandchildren. She doesn't just own her kids. She never disowned any of us. And for her to get on the press, yes, it probably took a lot, but she never refused to do the press. Not one time did she ever refuse to do the motherfucking press. People kept calling and saying, well, we see Naziyah. Naziyah is being seen in the public eye. A couple of gas station tenants say, oh, we seen her come in the gas station and rip her sign off the window. People say, well, we see her on Warren, East Warren in Bedford, or we seen her on East Warren in Corville. We see her walking up the street, or we see her going in a couple of gas stations. Oh, somebody said, oh, we see her going to Nino's Market on East Warren. My mother's house is not dysfunctional. Naziyah never came from a dysfunctional ass home. Nobody in that household is dysfunctional. They made it seem like we come from a dysfunctional ass home. My mother is not dysfunctional. She didn't raise us in a dysfunctional atmosphere. And for Kenya and for Roz and for whoever else feel like my mother, yes, leave her the fuck alone. Let her be. She has the right to not speak, and she choose not to motherfucking speak. She did the press, and that should be it. She's a concerned-ass grandmother that loves her grandchildren, and yes, she wants Naziyah to come back home. If my mother was so dysfunctional, I don't think the state would allow her to even adopt 2 children out of the fucking system. My mother, yes, she's stern, but she's been like that for years. She's a zero tolerance for bullshit, and everybody know not to bring bullshit to her motherfucking house. You goddamn right. And I don't give a fuck about any motherfucking family member hearing this or anybody feeling like they need to comment on that shit. I'm bagging my mama up. My mama is doing what the fuck she can do, how she can do it, and what's best fit for her. But she loved her grandchildren just like she loved all 7 of our grown asses. This shit has been pissing me the fuck off since yesterday live. What kind of grandmother will just sit back and allow them to condone? What grandmother won't call her granddaughter out? She's doing what she can do. And if she choose not to motherfucking speak, then that woman should not have to be forced to speak.
So listen, you keep reiterating on that part, right? And I feel like that's like you feel some kind of way about me asking her about like now for you to
No,
okay,
I don't feel like nothing about you asking her anything. I just feel like the comments, everybody, what they feel like, what my mom should be doing, what type of grandmother she should be. She's any damn grandmama that love her grandchildren. She doing what she can do. She spoke to the police. She spoke to the detectives. She told them what and how and when. Naziyah didn't bring her ass home. She got up like any other grandparent would do, or any mother, or any father, any brother or sister. She got the fuck up. She got dressed. She went to the school. She reported it. The school called the police. They met her at the school. My mom didn't wait on 24 hours to report Naziyah missing. She reported Naziyah missing on the fucking 9th. The detectives and stuff followed up on the 10th. They came to the house.
And you say the grandmother, that's your mother, right? So you wanted to
Yes, that's
find
my
her.
mother. Yes, that is exactly my mother.
Yeah, because as it was relayed to me by a member of the family, um, as that when she was younger, right, she had CPS investigations of her own, and that's the
There was
reason,
never
and
no
that's the
there was
reason, and
never
that's
no
the
CPS. None of us ever been in the system, bruh. This is what I'm telling you. No, none of us, out of 7 of us, we never been removed. Nobody has ever been removed from that household.
so why do you think the narrative is what it is as far as the immediate family, the extended family, and even the neighbors, who all share pieces of the same puzzle as far as the story, painting the picture of the narrative that we share, that we all see with this story. Like, what how could how is the whole world wrong? I guess is what I want to say about this situation. If you fending for your mother, and
I'm not gonna even say that the whole world is wrong, because everybody is entitled to their fucking opinion at the end of the day. But like I say, everything that I've been seeing here and listening since 9:30 is fucking speculation to me.
it's speculation to you now. And the thing about it is, like,
It's,
when
it's,
you
it's
listen,
speculation to me,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
far
yeah,
as because
because
who says that Jarvis touched her?
to say speculation means
Nobody
that you
knows
don't
if Jarvis
know.
actually touched
Right, right,
Naziyah.
right. I'm about to say you don't know for sure or not, right? And
Nobody knows for sure. But since I've been listening to this live since 9:30, it seems like everybody know they fucking facts, and ain't nobody has got no proof about if this girl been touched or if Jarvis is the cause and the reason of why this girl is missing. Whatever he did back in the day, or however he catch this rape case, or however the scenario plays out about his personal life, I'm sure he did time. I'm sure the girl, the young lady who came forward, her daughter came forward a year ago and said that, yes, my mother lied about her age. My dad did his time. My mother was 15 when her and Jarvis met. He did his time. I don't feel like why motherfuckers should have to go and dig up old ass shit on motherfuckers. Is he out here raping and molesting children now? I
yeah,
can't answer that.
that's what's in question. Shit, I mean, and if he got a
That's the
track
that's
record
the
of it
question.
before,
The question is what I feel like this is at this point in time, Naziyah is missing. That's all we really should be focusing on
right,
is trying to find my niece so we can bring her ass back home.
right. But I guess within
And
trying to
then
find her,
everything else we can deal with after that.
yeah, I guess it's almost like a reverse search, right? Within trying to find her, we're trying to figure out what happened to her and in whose hands she was, right? So I guess that's what leads us into all of these questions that we have about this Jarvis individual. So he comes up in the conversation of where she could be and why. So that's why he's relevant to the conversation. It's not like we are diverting away from looking for her by inserting him into the conversation. I mean, he's part of the conversation in regards to. I mean, as far as the court of public opinion is concerned. So that's what that is. I don't believe that people are diverting away from anything in the search, right? I mean, I don't imagine that the 500 people that's watching this live right now would be boots on the ground right now at 1:36 in the morning. Even though it is that important to us, right? This is again, we are investing our time and energy and efforts right now, and doing what we can in the space that we're in to try to develop some answers. But I agree with you, and I agree with Shannon and everybody else when they say that finding her is the main concern. But at the end of the day, um, these components that we are resourcing right now will help us to be proactive in the future, whether it be within this family with this girl when we find her, or in other people's families. So that's I guess what the conversation. I know what the conversation is about. But I mean, I appreciate you, voicing your opinion and speaking your side of things, because that's what this platform is about. That's why I opened the phone line and allowed everybody from each side of the family, from all sides of the spectrum, to voice their opinions and say what they had to say about this situation. So, I appreciate you sharing your feelings with us tonight.
I'm sitting here looking at motherfuckers saying, well, why are you so angry? I'm angry because of the fact is that it's a little girl that's missing. But y'all so worried about focusing on what my mother, as a grandmother, what she should or shouldn't be doing. Y'all been trying to comfort her ever since this whole motherfucking thing even had jumped the fuck off. She's not that type of woman to sit back and allow and to condone some bullshit. I'm sorry to have to say that. She's a better woman than that to allow somebody to touch her grandchildren and think they just gonna get away with it. I have sat back and I have listened to this live yesterday and today. They talking about something. My older sister was in a crack house at 11 years old. She was pregnant. Drugs and shit didn't come later on down the life until she got much older. Like my older sister, Kenyatta. I'm not going to call her lady, and I'm not going to call her Chantel. I'm going to call her by her government name, Kenyatta. Kenyatta was never in a crack house. When she gave birth to both of her children, she was way much older than what she is. Talking about something. She was in a crack house at 11 years old. She was never in a motherfucking crack house at no 11 years old. Yes, my sister is going through some troubles right now in her life. But who don't? Who don't have motherfucking troubles? Everybody always got an opinion about something, but I guarantee you, if everybody on this motherfucking live look in their own motherfucking closets, I guarantee you, if you push them rusty, dusty ass clothes to the motherfucking side, I guarantee you, everybody on this motherfucking live will find something that they got to deal with in their life. So stop coming from my family like we some motherfucking monsters. Like we just sit back and we condone this bullshit. Because nobody ain't condoning no rape. Ain't nobody condoning motherfuckers being pedophiles and molesters touching children. I wasn't going to even say nothing, but I couldn't even hold my fucking mule because this whole fucking life has pissed me off since 9:30. I can't sit back no more and hold my fucking tongue in this bullshit, especially when it comes to my mother. Because we're not made out to be sick individuals. Nobody is covering up anything. Ain't nobody lying about anything. Ain't nobody telling the kids to not say this and not say that, covering up shit. Ain't nobody telling the kids nothing. If Shannon says she don't know, then she don't motherfucking know. I don't feel like motherfuckers should be interrogated about a situation that he really is out of her fucking hands at this point. Let the Lord deal with Jarvis' ass. Let them question him. That's why his ass is down there locked the fuck up at this point. But if it is, and if he did do something, then yes, he needs to be convicted about the shit. I'm not going to sit up here and say that he don't need to be convicted. Yes, he needs to be convicted, and the Lord needs to deal with him accordingly. But from what my knowledge is, none of my nieces and nephews ever been touched. And I don't think Jarvis is that fucking sick in the brain to fuck with his own kids. And as for my sister, I'm bagging her up at this point. Yeah, she probably was on here and she was talking because I listened to her. She came on here. Yeah, she probably was a little shook up. She probably is teared up about this shit. But who the fuck can say that she don't have feelings or she's not feeling some type of way about the situation or feeling some type of way because her baby daddy is mixed and tangled all up in this bullshit? I feel like people are coming from my family, and I feel like motherfuckers need to stop. If you're not gonna be a help to the problem, trying to help find this girl, so then I'm gonna just respectfully ask you to shut the fuck up. Get back, shut the fuck up, mind your own business, and pretend like shit not motherfucking happening.
I don't know if we can pretend like it ain't happening, but
I'm just saying, just don't pretend like it's motherfucking happening because everybody want to focus on what motherfuckers should or shouldn't be doing. We doing what we can do. We getting out. We passing out flyers. We knocking on doors. We asking motherfuckers, have you seen this little girl? We doing our homework as a family that cares about our loved ones. And as Naziyah's uncle, I'm going to stand firmly and I'm going to bag my mother up. I'm going to bag my family up because we doing what the fuck we can do. And if a motherfucker don't like that, well, too goddamn bad. You can kiss each and every last one of our motherfucking asses. That's all I got to say. Y'all have a good night.